Snow swept through the Chicagoland area, causing problems for travelers over the weekend.
And given the weather conditions, students at the University of Illinois prefer driving over walking. Parking spaces on the streets of Urbana have been limited.
Plus, you won't want to miss what U of I student athletes did for a fundraiser.
U of I 7 Newsbreak starts right now.
From the Richmond Journalism Teaching Studio at the University of Illinois campus, this is your UI 7 Newsbreak, your U of I news source.
Hello, my name is Charlie Naso.
And I'm Alyssa Rege.
The Chicagoland area experienced a drop in temperature and a rise in snow last week.
Blizzard-like conditions made it difficult for travelers to get to their destinations. Large amounts of snow continue to fall in the Midwest. Drivers and pedestrians are dealing with wet and icy conditions. Snowplows frantically work to try and keep the roads clear and salted. Snow is expected to be seen in the forecast throughout the week. Some areas are predicted to see as much as 18 inches of snow by the end of this storm.
Cold weather creates more driving traffic at the University of Illinois. This makes it difficult for students to find parking on campus. The streets are filled with cars of students who don't want to face the cold. No parking zones and permit-only lots limit where students can find easy parking. Students who park in these areas can be towed. Some spaces only allow parking up to 30 minutes. This causes students to fight for their closest metered parking spots. These spaces fill up quickly and can be a hassle to keep up with. The university's parking department tickets vehicles with expired meters. This winter, make sure to pay your meter correctly and keep your eyes open for the next available spot.
U of I's University Housing Department. Registration is already underway. Next year, students have more freedom in choosing where to live. U of I's University Housing Program is giving incoming freshmen and transfer students more opportunities this fall. The program will consist of a larger variety of specific living options. New students were only allowed to select what location they preferred in the past. Now, the updated process consists of choosing a specific hall and room to live in. Transfer students now have an expanding community. This transfer cluster community will be located on floors 3 and 4 of Scott Hall. Priority deadline ends May 15th, and students will begin to receive their location and roommate in late June.
Housing options in Champaign continue to expand. Construction on a new high-rise apartment building is already in the works. The high-rise of 309 Green Street will have a new neighbor across the street come next fall. The Here Champaign Housing Group is in the middle of construction on a 16-story apartment building that will be a staple of Green Street's new look. The building is located on the busy corner of 4th Street and Green Street in Champaign. The new high-rise is scheduled to be completed in time for the 2015-2016 school year.
The Chicago Cubs family has finally said goodbye to a legend. A memorial service for Ernie Banks took place in Chicago. A large crowd gathered at 4th and Presbyterian Church in Chicago to honor the great Ernie Banks. Family and friends reflected on the life and career of the Hall of Famer through song, word, and prayer. The service was the final send-off from Mr. Cub, who will be greatly missed by many.
Senior year is an emotional journey that student athletes go through. U of I's wrestling team has 5 seniors going through that ride this season. Illini's 5 seniors walk across the mat after 4 years of wrestling. The group has compiled a combined record of 305 and 167 in their careers. Amongst the group is senior Jesse Delgado. He is currently ranked number 1 in Win Magazine's individual rankings. Delgado became Illinois' first back-to-back national champion in 56 years after winning the 125-pound NCAA title in 2014. The senior said he will miss the experience and all the fans the most.
The fans have always been pretty optimistic towards me. There was one time I was a freshman. I lost a match that maybe I shouldn't have lost, but a little kid came up to me and said, "It's okay, you're still my favorite." So that kind of stuff makes me feel good.
Delgado says his goals this year are the same as every year. He will be competing for his 3rd national championship at the end of the year. After his final season comes to a close, Delgado says he just hopes to relax and enjoy being a college kid for the rest of his time at Illinois.
University of Illinois student athletes put on their annual talent show and fundraiser on Wednesday night. The event is called Jock Jams because players from every Division I athletic team at Illinois participate in a variety show filled with dancing and singing. Many students, faculty, and fans gathered at Follinger Auditorium to see their favorite teams perform on the stage instead of in an athletic arena. One of the first-time performers was freshman golfer Dylan Meyer, who found out just how serious his teammates are about the event.
It was solid. I think they did good. We practiced for about 2.5 weeks, so I think it was pretty good. Choreography was great. It was a struggle. Those guys like to be perfect, so it was really good.
The event is much more than a talent show for athletes and an entertaining experience for the crowd. All proceeds from Jock Jam ticket sales benefit multiple charities, such as Camp Kesem, student athletes leading social change and uplifting athletes.
That's it for today's UI7's News Break. Join us next time.
Thanks for watching.